Welcome into today's broadcast. Put it up a little bit early per request. No big deal as these truckers finish up practice here. Welcome to the U.S.O.R.A Truck Series, brought to you by Reaper Studios. My name's Justin Wilkes. Thanks for tuning in one more time. This will be the camera angle this afternoon using broadcast camera 3 because it covers the best part. The only downside is what it does on the front stretch. So bear with me, folks. I spent the better part of the last hour messing with it, and this is what I feel I could get the most coverage out of. So welcome to the Gateway. Gateway Speedway here. If you haven't seen this place, it is basically a flat Darlington. Is the best way that I can describe this circuit. It's tough, it's fast, but it's tough. These corners are not forgiving in the slightest, as turns 3 and 4 have a wider radius than 1 and 2. Go ahead and we'll pull up the UI for iRacing, which I don't like to do, but you can see on the track map right there in the right side of this screen that is your track. 1 and 2 is very tight, 3 and 4 is wide. And now if you were to flip that around, that would be Darlington. Like I said, it's a Darlington-like track, but it does not drive like Darlington. As we see Howard and that beautiful Monster Energy Dodge Ram. I'm sorry, Ram. Make his way back on the pit road. Try to make some more adjustments to his wheel. Get some hydration going before we start qualifying here shortly. As we see Chris Horton in the 49 Twisted T Chevrolet. Couple moments early on in practice for Chris, but he managed to get it through. We'll try this camera angle right here. As these truckers are finishing up practice, alright, mind you that we are fastly approaching the halfway point in the season. Excuse me, my apologies. Who was that we just saw spinning? Alright, as the number 1. 97 on screen, rocking the William Byron Liberty University, is the 97 of Parker Hall. He is the fastest man in practice right now, but barely. And if you do not keep up with the Discord, we're going to try to find him here. Ooh, Isaac Morales in that spooky Halloween paint scheme this afternoon here from Gateway. Of course, Brent Harper rocking the Reaper's U.S.O.R.A Silverado. There's James Jones in the Mardi Gras Reaper Studio Chevrolet. In front of him on pit road as they sit right now, waiting for practices. We see some teammate shenanigans happening with James Jones in the 18. David Risto in that 25 truck. And that will conclude practice. On to qualifying here. It's going to be tricky to see what these drivers can do here in qualifying with only 2 laps. As you can already see from the track cameras, the marbles are good, built up on the high side. Gateway or Worldwide Technology Speedway is one of those tracks where, depending on how your truck is feeling, as it looks like we're going to have the 16 of Chris Ellis making his qualifying attempt here, getting that truck up underway, that beautiful Granger F-150. Behind him on track is Tyler Cluin in the Winchester Toyota Tundra. He's going to call James Jones on track for his qualifying run. And Chris Horton rolling out for his first of 2 laps. Here we go, lap 1 in green flag for qualifying here from U.S.O.R.A Trucks. We'll see where Tyler Cluin slots in after qualifying. He currently sits P3 right now from the practice results. But we will see what type of lap he can lay down here in quali. We'll watch his lap 1 here. Tyler Cluin goes to P1, lap 1. James Jones goes to P3. The 16 of Ellis jumps to the top of the board. Chris Ellis right now sitting in P1 momentarily. The 2 of Tyler Cluin in second. James Jones in third right now. The fastest man in practice takes to the track as he's going to see the green flag for lap 1 of 2 for qualifying. Once again, rocking that beautiful William Byron Liberty University paint scheme is the 97. Let's see what the 97 can put down. As the green flag for qualifying for the 11. Let's see what he can run down in that beautiful new paint scheme. That Monster Energy gets a little high in 1 and 2. Parker Hall goes to P2. Drop Tyler Cluin to third. James Jones to fourth for the moment. See what Parker can do on lap 2. As the 11 comes around to take the white flag here in qualifying. Where does he slot in? Sean goes 6th on the board. Let's see the 97. Can he better his time? No, they can't. 16 still stays on. Let's see if Sean can better his second lap by here. Sean will go to third. What a stalling. Wow, that was impressive to make up that much time in one lap here in qualifying. That's impressive. As we see the 33 of Morales in the beautiful, spooky Halloween M&M's Toyota Tundra making his appearance this afternoon. Nobody else on track right now. Once again, still paying tribute across the leagues and iRacing leagues this week. Still, beautiful shot down the front stretch of that 33, honoring Kyle Busch. Still crazy to think that driver is still not with, still dead, and just, it's not a joke, and kind of crazy. Right now, this will be 7 out of our 12 that have taken a shot at qualifying for the moment. Let's see if he can better his time in lap 2. Isaac sitting in that 6th position, dropping the 76 of James Jones. Down one more rung. He's going to bring that Tundra down to the attention of his crew. Think he said lap 1's good enough. I'm going to finish lap 2 in the pits. As you can see how treacherous it is to get onto pit road here at Gateway. Very little access road into pit road. So you, on your green flag or even caution for that matter here this afternoon, it's going to be tricky to these drivers to get on and off pit road. As it does not look like we have any more takers at this point in qualifying. With just a little... Yeah, with just a little over... Excuse me. With just over 3 minutes left to go in qualifying, there is no takers at this point in time. As you can tell, I'm not 100%, but I'm 99% there. Still got a little bit of sinuses going on, but 'tis the season here in the middle of June. Hope all is well with everybody out there in the world of YouTube, and hope the weather everywhere is treating you nicely, as it is scorching hot here in the Pacific Northwest. Like I said, welcome into the broadcast for the U.S.O.R.A Truck Series. My name is Justin, and I am proud to bring you the race this afternoon. As it stands right now, Chris Ellis will be your provisional pole sitter unless somebody makes a qualifying run with under 2.5 minutes remaining in qualifying. Right now, Parker Hall sits in second. Third will go to the 11 of Sean Howard. Fourth will go to the 2 of Tyler Cluin. The 5th position is the 78, 87 it says, but it's the 49 of Chris Horton. We will get that changed. We are working on that, so bear with us. The 6th place qualifier is that 33 of Isaac Morales. And in 7th is the 76 of James Jones. I think every year this is probably one of the funnest races to watch on the NASCAR schedule. Call me weird, call me whatever, but from this commentator standpoint, I love watching this place. Not necessarily driving it, but watching it, if done right, is one heck of a time. We're going to be in for a treat here this afternoon. As we do have another qualifier on the board right now, that is going to be the 18 of Brenton Horton. Going to make a qualifying run. He's the only one thus far on track. I heard it in the distance. Brenton Horton will slot in the 7th, knocking James Jones back to 8th. As the field begins to form up behind the iRacing pace car this afternoon. Our stage breaks are 30, 40, and a 70 lap run to the finish this afternoon. Beautiful, the sun going behind the clouds this afternoon, gonna give this track a little bit more grip. 140 times around the Gateway Speedway here. Just located just outside of St. Louis, right alongside the Mississippi River. That's 3/4 of the field are waiting. We're just waiting on the pole sitter, the 16 of Ellis, to take his spot. The starting lineup brought to you by Reapers Hunter and U.S.O.R.A Racing. The pole sitter is the 16 of Chris Ellis. To his outside in the 97 is Parker Hall. Inside of row number 2 in the 11 is Sean Howard. To his outside in the number 2 is Tyler Cluin. Inside of row number 3 is the 49 of Chris Horton. To his outside in 6th is the 33 of Isaac Morales. Inside of row number 4 you have Brenton Horton. Outside is his Reaper Hunter Racing teammate James Jones. Behind them, side by side, you have Chris Milton and David Ristow. And last but not least, on the tail end is the 63 of Peter Dillon. Two by two they go. The front stretch covered in a shadow, the back stretch in the sun. So different grip levels at each end of the speedway. And I'm sorry we did not have a broadcast on Monday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Earlier this week for the Cup Series, as I did take part in that. It was one heck of a finish with, the 52 and myself of Chris Milton. Melton ran a clean race. It was a fun race. Thanks for the U.S.O.R.A staff for allowing me to do one of my one-off races that I do every season. Huge shout out to everybody here as we got them stacked. We got them racked. Double file. 6 rows deep here as the green is going to come out. Pace car takes that left-hand turn, leaving the field in the hand of the 16. Green is in the air. We are green from Gateway. Good side-by-side start between the 16 and 97 of Hall. The 2 gets around the 11. Ooh, careful. We're going to have slight contact in the back of the 97. Goes the 2. Battle for position number 3 on track is the 2 of Tyler Cluin and the 11 of Howard. Single file already this early on. Battle for position behind them is going to be Risto and Horton. And don't look now, but Morales is going to try to make that high line work. Can't make it stick. He falls back in line. Horton going after Jones. Jones on the inside. Horton on the outside. There goes the other Horton. Almost 3 wide across the line. 3 Reapers Hunter Racing teammates going at it for that position. Behind them, we have the aforementioned Chris Milton. As we see the 18 go high, followed behind him is Risto. And Dylan lining up behind them. Your race control for this evening is the 19 of Chris Lindsay. This is third position. James Jones is going backward early on this afternoon. That truck is not handling to his liking. As we're going to go single file throughout the field, the Hortons teaming up together. We have Sean Howard trying to track down the 2. Oh, as we got a caution. Caution on track. What happened to the 16 truck? We'll watch here. Oh, he just gets loose. Yep, treacherous turns 2. Kenny keeps it off the light rear contact for the 16. Now, as you see that right rear quarter panel crinkled up. And the right front splitter, he smacked that wall good down the backstretch. As the pace car is going to pull up the field, we see the 11 going to take over the 3rd spot. Your 2nd place runner is the 2. That will give your race lead to the fastest man in practice, Parker Hall. Like I said, huge thank you to everybody that's bared with me the past couple broadcasts I did, as I was severely sick. Had bronchitis, had a sinus infection all at once. But we're wrapping it up. I feel great today. Like I said, not quite 100%, but I'm about 97% there. So we're going to keep the energy cranked. We're going to give you what we couldn't give you the past couple broadcasts here in the Truck Series. So I do apologize for that. Like I said earlier, I hope your afternoon here in this beautiful month of June is treating you well. The weather's treating you well. I know kids are getting out of school this week or next week, depending on where you live. My kids have another week of school. But welcome to summer. Summer's officially here, folks. As we see the field just slowly working their way around 3 and 4 right now. Your lineup as it stands. Oops, my apologies. Is going to be the 97, Parker Hall. Followed by Tyler Clunin in that 2nd. Sean Howard in 3rd. Isaac Morales is in 4th. Chris Horton is in 5th. In 6th place is Brenton Horton. Behind them is the 7th place runner of James Jones. Not liking his truck this afternoon. Not handling very well. We'll see what he can make up to do. Behind him is Donald Risto. Sorry, Donald. Normally I don't get your name cross-eyed, but I did today apparently. As we got them stacked and racked one more time. 2 by 2 we go. 1 to go. Waiting for that pace car to take that hard left-hand turn down the pit road. I don't know why I keep wanting to say right. Get comfortable here and re-rack it, and we'll see how this restart goes here on lap 7 of 140. This is a 1.25 mile oval shaped track. Located in Illinois, right across the river from St. Louis. Huge jump for the front row. They get shot out of a cannon. Behind them, as we'll sort out here, the 33 of Morales once again trying to make that high line work. I just think it's too early as we see that. The 18 of Horton goes underneath him. Brenton Horton will get that spot. Brenton looking good early on as usual. Don't look now, but Morales says not too fast. I got that high line working. Impressive this early on that the high line is sticking down the front stretch as we see the two teammates behind them start to battle it. Still bumper to bumper. Now single file. Morales has the spot on the top side for the moment. Not where you want to be on the high side in turn one. Brenton will get the run down the backstretch as we have 4 cars behind them. James Jones got around his teammate Chris Horton. Now Chris Horton calls under attack from the 25 of Risto. Risto has the 52 of Milton behind him and the 16 behind him. A freight train's coming. Chris is in that high line, not where he wants to go. There's a battle ahead of them between Morales and Horton. Go at it one more time. Here we go. Chris Horton, the dad of Brenton Horton, falling under attack from the 25 of Risto. Where does Melton go behind them? Melton's looking patient, gets a little close, has to brake so he doesn't get into the back of the 25. Still side by side down the backstretch. Risto almost 3 wide. Oh my gosh, we're on 3 wide into turn 3. Horton powers around the outside. Are we going to have 3 wide down the front stretch? Yes, we are. 3 wide down the front stretch. Keep it straight. Keep it straight. Horton gets the position right now. 3 wide, 2 wide as Risto says, I am backing out of it. Horton way up high. He's going to lose these spots. He does not have the preferred track position. As Risto is trying to make ground up underneath the 49. Right now, Chris Horton has that spot as we're going to go up here. Oh no, we see Brenton get a little squirrely off of 4. Saves it before making contact with the outside wall. As him and Isaac were battling while we were watching that battle, who prevailed? The 18 prevailed on that battle. Now he's going to set his sights on the back bumper of your 3rd place runner of Howard. Sean's been good on a variety of racetracks this season, so it's going to be tough to get around him. I'm so glad I see a lot more brands represented here. A lot more drivers are starting to switch over to the Ram trucks. So we got a nice little blend of Ford, Toyotas, and Chevys, and Dodge Rams. I still want to say Dodge. I apologize. Been like that my whole life. They're still Dodge Rams. I don't care what you say. Fight me later. This is about the closest battle we have on track as the whole field behind them is single file. And off the pace in the back is the 63 of Peter Dillon. Just minding his P's and Q's right now. Behind him, Chris Ellis has that damage. He's going to just try to limp it out till that caution flag flies for lap 1. On lap 31, we'll see that caution come out. Now back. Ooh, Chris Horton gets a run here. As we see a little wrinkled tire wheel well here on the front left of that Chevrolet Silverado. Looks like he made some contact. As he's going to try to force it. Can't quite make it work. As James Jones now sets his sights on the back bumper of that 52 of Melton. Melton from the back to the front as per usual in that MKMS sponsored Ram. Don't look now, but the Mardi Gras banners are flying high behind him. Jones's truck now looks like it's starting to come to him. He's starting to get it here. As he's going to try to make ground as we're going to pay attention to this battle for the 3rd. Don't look now, but Morales has caught him. Isaac has caught Brenton and Sean for that 3rd position. as the race leaders are almost 2 seconds ahead of them. Tyler Clunin trying to close the gap on the 97, but the 97 is going to be tough to beat all afternoon out there in a league of his own. This is the battle right here that's going to be raging for this final step on the podium. As we see Horton gets a good run off of 4. Gonna take a look going into 1. Can he make a mistake? He dives it into 1. Sean gets up. Sean did not expect that to happen. Oh no, he's gonna turn the 18. The 11 and the 18 are around. Oh no, my goodness. Oh no, he might take out his dad. No, his dad gets around it. Holy cow. Oh, no. Oh, Sean just got a little loose into the... Oh, into the 18. And around the 18 wins heavy, heavy damage on that Reaper Hunter Racing 18. That was just one of those racing incidents. You saw the 11 get a little loose. Yeah, it's just, overcorrection. And like we had in the, as we see the 11 of Howard going to bring that Ram down to the attention of his crew. So will the 18 of Brenton Horton. You do have one fast repair here in the U.S.O.R.A Truck series, so hopefully neither of those drivers have to use it. But with the amount of damage on the 18, I would assume that he was going to have to use his fast repair. Now with half of stage 1 going, do you decide to flip the stage in order for track position? That's going to be the question we're all looking for this afternoon. And I do apologize about a little bit of latency issues here this afternoon here, noticing from the broadcast booth here. Every time we have a massive update on our racing, a lot of things get messed up, and one of them is just the quality of the clipping, I guess is what you want to say. You can kind of see it a little bit. So we're going to make do with that here. The 18 truck of Brenton Horton is 1 lap down. Officially, he stayed out to try to get the damage fixed. As we have them stacked and racked 2 by 2, 5 rows deep. Still heavy damage on that right front of the 18 of Horton. You can see it down there on the apron. That car is badly hurt. We'll see what he can do. He looked strong early on. We'll see if he can rebound. And like I said, folks, that was just one of those racing deals. Sean got loose coming off of 2, tried to correct it, and just unfortunate that the 18 was there and hard into the wall. Oh, what's going on here? The 18 pulls up into the 3rd row. Interesting, folks. Stay tuned for that one. He might have gotten his lap back from the admins as we are green. The 97 just gets a shot every time we restart this race. From that inside row, as we see now behind him, that battle is for... Oh, we see Morales gets a little loose. So does the 2. They both chase it. Millen's going to pounce on this battle. As we see Brent Horton right there. Let's take a look momentarily. Here they go down as we see Horton gonna move over. He got loose coming off of that that turn 4. Yeah, the freight train is gonna happen as James Jones a wide arc into 1, but carries the momentum. He's gonna try to set his sights on the back bumper of Risto in front of him. Jones looking sporty this early on. See what he can do. As we see Chris Ellis and John Howard behind them. Chris Horton behind him. And the 63, sorry, behind them. This is the battle race lead right here this afternoon. You have Parker Hall with Cluin behind him, and don't look now, but the aforementioned Melton is hot on their heels. This is the most pressure our leader, the 97 of Hall, has had all afternoon. As they're going to streak down the front stretch into turn 1, as we got that battle behind them going. Down the backstretch they go behind them. To the inside, look, was the 18. Nope, can't make a mistake. The 76 goes around. Thought there was a battle right here between Howard, Horton, and Ellis. Yes, and don't look now, but the back 4 are racing for position. They got about a truck length and a half separating each of those. As we see that battle for the race lead taking effect here down the backstretch. Here we go. Melton trying to make a run out of 3. We're going to go right on board with Cluin as he's going to track down our race leader this afternoon. Trying to make it work, going into turn 1, doing the block, trying to slow the momentum down. No, he's going to park it hard into 1. He's going to skate up the track. And that's going to leave the door open to the inside of his Melton. Melton's going to go try to take over this second spot here. Melton looking strong. Oh, he's going to give the door a little bit. No. Side by side they go. That is allowing our leader of Hall to check out. He's gone. Almost a second advantage over the second place battle here. As we're going to have 3 cars. Oh no, what happened to Melton? Melton just drops out. He's going to lose 2 spots. Don't know what happened to Melton, but Melton is gone away. As you see, Brenton Horton still trying to get around his Reaper Studios teammate in the background there. Melton's going to try to regroup. It's pretty single file. As we see the 16 gets a little loose, he'll hang on to it. But yeah, single file thus far early on. As we're approaching the stage break here. That should give the 18 his lap back here. Yeah, the whole field is pretty just single file for the moment. Yeah, the top 5 have put themselves in another zip code from your 6th place runner of James Jones. So we're going to have 2 laps to go here in stage 1, and it's all been led by this gentleman right here. The 97 of Hall. Hall is looking looking strong. Looks like he might be the truck to beat this afternoon here at Gateway. And for all of you that are wondering, yes, Father's Day is just right around the corner, so I hope you guys got your father or a father figure in your life something special this year. White flag in the air for our race leader. And that is going to be your stage 1 caution on lap 30. Like I said, the yellow is going to come out on lap 31. Completion of lap 30. And your stage 1 winner, as predicted, is going to be the 97 of Parker Hall. Side by side battle between Mountain and Morales. Yeah, as the field just works their way around here under caution. This is going to benefit the 18 for sure. He should get that lap down. I'm still showing a lap down on live time, and it's quite on my screen. As the field makes their way on the pit road and completion of stage 1, yes, the 18 will get his wave around. So we're going to have all 11 trucks that started back on the lead lap. As this is going to be 4 tires and fuel, I guarantee it for everybody on track. As we're going to see the 18 get his lap back, he'll make his way back on the pit road. Four tires and fuel for the whole field. Who's going to get off of there? The 97 is going to lead that fight. Will the 16, the 52 of Melton get second? As we see Chris Horton and the 16 still on the pit road. Wonder what's happening with Melton. Or not Melton, but the 16. My apologies, folks. I know. Ah, what a beautiful view of the go-kart track here in turns 1 and 2 here at Gateway. Ah, that would be nice if we could get go-karts and go-kart tracks on our screen. Wouldn't that be a spectacular thing to broadcast? Oof, talk about action-packed. New player at the front of the field on the outside of row number 1. Don't look now, but the man who always seems to make his presence known no matter what U.S.O.R.A league we do. The trucks or the cup cars is that 52 of Christopher Melton outside of row number 2. is going to be the 2 of Cluin. To his inside is going to be the 33 of Morales. Behind them is going to be Risto and Howard. That is your front 6. As we get ready to go green flag one more time this afternoon to begin stage number 2. This is going to take us to lap 70. Your next stage is 40 more circuits around. 10 more than last time. Not as good as the jump as we've seen from the 97. The outside didn't get a good jump there. Morales is going to take over second. Ooh, as we see Howard get a huge run into 1 and 2. He's going to lose that track position though, as he shot deep into there. Give back those 2 two positions he gained. Now Risto's making his appearance in the front of the field. He says, hey guys, I got some adjustments I needed. The truck feels great. I'm going to go to the front this time. That is your battle for the 5th position. Nope, Howard slams the door and says, I want it. And don't look now behind them. It looked like we might have had a battle between. Yes, we do. We got Ellis and Horton. That is the senior of the 2 Hortons. As the 16 shoots by the 49 truck. Chris Horton going backwards. He's going to go into the clutches of the 63 of Dylan. Dylan has just been kind of minding his feeling cues all afternoon. Don't know if he just doesn't like this place or the handling on that truck's still not there. But he's just kind of running around in the back all afternoon. Single file just like in stage 1. And don't look now, but this is the battle for your race lead. Morales is there. He closing down to half a car length down into 1. Off of 2 they go as we got a battle for 3rd. Heating up 2. Melton has it, but Cluin wants it. 97 gets a good exit off the corners. As Melton falls under fire from Cluin. Cluin looks underneath. Single file. As the 52 of Melton gets a good run. Good run from Melton in that 3rd spot. Cluin's going to have to regroup as we got 4 cars fighting back now. And don't look now, but here's Risto and Howard going at it. Howard on the outside in the 11. Risto on the inside in the 25 truck. As we got 4 trucks. Ooh, maybe a slight contact for the trucks ahead of him. Slight contact between 25. 25 is going to save it. Yes, he does, right in front of James Jones. Where does Jones go? Checks up. Ooh, I know James Jones is not going to be happy behind the wheel. That bull is going to be snorting smoke. That's going to put him into the clutches of his. Who is that caution for? Don't know really where that caution is coming from. Yeah, no, it still looks like we're... Caution lights did come on. But for what? As we see the 16... I don't know why that was thrown, but caution on track. Didn't see the 16 get into the wall, but he's bringing that truck down to the attention of his crew. Yeah, we'll give you an update momentarily. As we'll get word here from race control momentarily what that was for. Just stay tuned. We'll we'll get word here momentarily from what that caution was thrown for. But re-rack them and restack them one more time here to get another green flag attempt. From race control, the 2 and the 52 got into it. So the Cluin and the 52 of Melton got into it. I did not catch that, unfortunately. So that would be why the 52 is off pace in the back of the field. Alrighty. Did not catch that. I do apologize. And they were battling for third, so I just didn't catch that, unfortunately. I do apologize for that. An unfortunate turn of events for the 52 and the 2, but the 2 keeps it straight. As Morales, another new contender on that outside of row 1 is the 33 of Morales. As we see the 52 make his appearance back at the tail end of the field as the 16 went back down to pit road under that caution to fix more damage. We'll see what the 33 can do, but it's been the 97 show all afternoon. 42 laps in, we'll get that restart on lap 43. Green is going to go back into the air here at Gateway. 2 by 2. Green is in the air. Slow restart. Checks the field up. The 2 and the 97 get a huge run. That's going to put the battle for the second position between Morales and Cluin. Cluin looking strong on the high side. Morales wants that run. Don't look now, but Risto and the 76 are going at it. Risto will get that spot, give the second spot momentarily to the 33 of Morales. Let's see what Morales can do this afternoon to try to get around that leader. The leader has not been challenged thus far, only on restarts. Has checked up and gone away as we see that battle right now between the 76, the 25, the 52, and the 18, all for position. Ooh, little checkup from Risto. Checks up the 76. 76 going to fall into the clutches of Milton. Milton's going to try to regroup after getting into it with a 2 to bring out that caution flag. 52 gets around the outside. Don't look now, but Chris Horton goes really wide into 3. He's going to lose that position to Risto. Risto will say, thank you very much, and I'm going to go after the 18. The 18, once again, back on the lead lap. Going to try to bring that 18 back up to the field as the 16 is still 1 lap down. My due apologies. This is not a battle for position, just a battle for track position at this point. 76 still, as you see the 18 brush the wall ever so slightly in front of his dad. 76 going to try to see what he can do to get around Melton. Dives it into turn 3, can't quite make it stick. As we see Morales way high coming off of 4. This is going to give Jones, does he give a look into the entrance of turn 1? No single file into 1 for Jones and Melton. Risto all by his lonesome in that 5th spot trying to track down Howard. Howard getting a little squirrely off of 2. See if he can keep that truck under him. As Morales is going to try to track down Cluin. Cluin is looking strong. Right now, this is the closest we've seen anybody to the bag bumper of the 97. '97 has been a class of a different league of his own this afternoon. Does anybody have anything for Parker Hall in the 97? Good run off of 4 for Cluin. He doesn't get as good as a run off the exit as Hall does. And that's really where you're going to make time up here at Gateways. Off corner exit. You can close in on corner entry, but if you don't have mid corner to 3/8 off the corner, you aren't going anywhere. Single file through the whole field as we see the 52 under attack from the 76. The 76 going to go high into 3 and 4, trying to get the run on the outside. Gets a good run off of 4. He's going to try to make it look on the inside. Can't quite make it stick. 52 of Melton stays there. Oop. This battle has subsided for the moment. Don't look now, but there's Risto going to try to fire a shot at Howard. Can't quite make a stick. We'll see where he goes in a 1 and 2. He goes high, tries to get a nice wide arc down the exit. He's going to cut down what little banking here is at Gateway. Gets a good run off a 2. Will he pop his nose? Yes, he does. He's going to pop his nose on the inside of the 11 of Howard. Howard's going to give him the track position. Risto's in the preferred line. But that outside lane is starting to get the tire grip going there. As Risto is going to power around Howard. Give that 4th position to Risto as he's going to set sail and set his sights on the back bummer of Morales. Don't look now, but this is the closest and the longest anybody has stayed with the 97. That is the 2 of Cluin. We'll see what Cluin can do, is see if he can make up ground here and close this gap even more as we got under 20 to go in stage number 2. No, just that 97 truck just gets the best run I've seen out of anybody this afternoon off the corners. Just can't make it stick. That battle between the 52 and the 76 has decided as Melton has checked out. Yeah, the whole field is just kind of super spread out at this point. As this looks like this truck right here is going to be unstoppable this afternoon here at Gateway. We'll see what anybody has for him. Not much action to call right now as the field is super spread out between everybody. There's about a second in between everybody on track right now. So as we see that, Cluin shaves down about 3/10 off the corner of 2. Maybe he's just toying with Hall in that 97. About a half a second advantage right now for Hall. We'll see. Cluin just is committed to the run in that inside lane right by the rumble strips. Might have to try a different groove as Morales is almost 2 seconds off the leaders right now. Don't look now, but there is Risto in 4th. Behind him sits 5th. And don't look now, but the guy who brought out the last caution, the 52 of Melton, back up to that 6th position. As that 76 truck is just all by his lonesome right now. That 16 Ellis is 1 lap down, but that truck is fully repaired, so the pace is back to the 16. And we at stage break, if nobody else goes a lap down, that will be interesting as we see Jones just going to give that spot to him. A much faster truck for the 16 Ellis than the 76, and that's going to put the Reaper Hunter Racing team in a battle for 7th there. That is the 76 of Jones and the 49 of Horton. As we see these two behind them, a ways 11 seconds behind the 7th and 8th place trucks. Just minding their own business. Brent does still have some damage on the front end of that truck from that early caution to bring out the first caution of the day. So you can see that splitter nose is pushed in heavily, so he'll have an arrow push, unfortunately. But the 63 just can't make any move on him, unfortunately. And just like that, folks, that close proximity to the race leader is gone. He is a good second ahead of second place at the moment. As his battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all heating up behind the race leaders. 25 of Ristow's finally getting a run on the backside of the 33 of Morales. Morales once again rocking the tribute paint scheme to Kyle Busch. Behind them, the battle is for this 5th spot. Melton is in 6th. He wants it. Who's going to get it through 1? Right now, give the slight advantage to Howard off the top side. As Ristow's going to look underneath the 33 of Morales. Ristow had the run off of 2. Dives it into turn 3. He's in the preferred line. Morales still making that high line work. Momentarily, it is the 25 of Ristow, but side by side, drag race down to the line. Give it to Morales, that time by to keep 3rd. And Morales likes that high line. He gets good corner entry. He's going to carry the speed, but don't look now. Ristow's got the move as we see the 11 of Howard get a little twitchy off of 2. Still side by side for this 3rd position. Morales edges him deep into 3. Ristow's gonna keep that truck wound up on the inside, gonna try to get it to stick off the corner exit as we see the 52 of Melton underneath the 11 of Howard. Ristow's gonna give that spot back one more time. Here's that battle for slight little bit of looseness out of the 52 of Melton. He's going to try to get the advantage off of turn 2. Can't quite make it stick. Ooh, slight contact. That's going to send the 52 sideways. He collects it. We stay green. Ooh, boy, that could have been bad. All right, that's going to give Howard a fresh set to go after now. He's going to set his sights on this battle between Morales and Ristow. Ristow has that inside lane working. See what he can do. These two have been going at it lap after lap. Morales just uses that high line to his advantage. Side by side into turn 3. Ooh, slight contact from the back bumper. Ristow's trying to make it work, but the 33 has the help from the 11 on the high side. They're going to use the draft down the front stretch to get around Ristow. Ristow under fire again. Now, don't look now, but here comes 4 trucks under a blanket for this 3rd position. Are we going to see the 52 and 11 go at it one more time? Goes to show you how much the air works to your advantage here at Gateway. The 52 dives it deep. The 11 gives them that track position for the moment. Now Melton's going to try to set his sights on Ristow. Don't look now, but Howard is not done yet. Howard wants that spot back. Can't quite make it stick. Ristow's going to try to get around Cluin, as these two are catching your second place runner. I don't know what has happened to Tyler Cluin, but Cluin is definitely off pace from where he was as the stage is closing. The stage end is closing in. This is the battle going to be for second here soon, as our race leader has checked out by 2.25 seconds. There's your race leader. Well, 2.5 seconds ahead of this gaggle of trucks, which are single file right now. I don't know if Cluin, his truck has fallen off quite a bit. He burned the tires up, or he's just saving his stuff up for the stage 3. But he looked good early on, but fell off. Now, as the pressure came in, he decided to put the afterburners on. This just checked out from this gap. As the 25 and 52 go at it, Melton on the outside, Risto on the inside. Good run for Melton on that high side, getting around Risto backing up now. He's going to put that truck in a safe position, regroup, try to re-rack for that as Melton goes under attack of Morales. This is for third, as there are not many laps left in stage number 2. Melton gets a good run through 1 and 2. There on the back bumper of the 33. Still single file. Truck length and a half separation between the 33 and the 52. Melton closing that gap down. Can't quite make a stick. The 33 cuts his line off. That's going to give the 52 more breathing room. He's going to try to regroup as Risto is caught back onto the back bumper of Melton. These 4 trucks have now started to close the gap on our race leader. They've taken almost a second out of his advantage. See, even though they're racing hard, they're still applying that pressure. Battle for second ridges on off of 4. And on the outside is the 33 of Morales trying to get around the 2. The 2 has fallen off pace. As the 33 goes around, the 52 is going to dive underneath Morales. 3 trucks all battling for second. Now the battle for third as we see the 52 one more time get loose off of 2. 33 look under the 2 for second. 33 gonna drive it in deep. New second place runner is the 33. We'll see if he can track down our race leader as we're going to come to the caution flag here momentarily. Oh no, the 52 is going to get into the back. Oh no, the 52. No, and we're going to watch that back one more time. Yeah, he comes down ever so slightly, gets into the 2, and the 2 hard contact in that outside wall. Milton has been an adventure this afternoon, to say the least. He's not afraid to get dirty, we'll say that. But you just got to be careful with that side draft, otherwise you're going to turn somebody. As you see going around turns 3 and 4, going to get his lap back around, come in and attach to the tail end of the field. Lap number 3, or stage number 3 is going to be a 70-lap dash. Obviously, a chunk of that is going to be under caution. As we have under 70 laps to go this afternoon from Gateway Raceway. We'll see what our race leaders decide to do. As you see the whole field gonna make their way down. Mountain down and away. There goes the 33 of Morales. And the new race leader is a 52. Mountain squeaks it by. Ooh, I wonder if that was just a 2-tire stop. It looked like it just a 2-tire stop for the 52 truck. Our new race leader this afternoon for the first time is gonna be the 52 of Mountain. Does look like Brenton Horner is still on pit road, going to servicing that 18, trying to get that truck repaired. As now he's going to go catch the tail end of this field, as we're going to see the 1 to go indicator from the starter. This is going to be interesting because that 97 has been the control car all afternoon. We will see. Sorry about that, folks. Just getting a little bit of drink to wet the whistle. Get ready for exciting Stage 3, which I assure you it's going to be, because Stage 3 and all U.S.O.R.A Truck Series races thus far have been action-packed. So stay tuned. You're only going to need the edge of your seat. I promise you that. New race leader is that 52 of Mountain. We'll see what type of restart he can do and what type of start the 97 can go. The 52 gets a good jump on the inside. The inside lane is a preferred lane, apparently, if you're the race leader. Now we will see. As we see the huge dive into 1 for the 33. This is the first time that 97 has been in traffic all afternoon, so we'll see how his truck handles. We see the 18 get in the wall one more time this afternoon. We'll see what the 97 can do in dirty air. We'll see how that truck handles. But he looks strong, even in traffic. He's glued to the back bumper of that 52 at Mountain. That is your second place runner of Hall. Still single file as that 97's now surged. Oh, he's excuse me. He'll give the shot to the back bumper of the 52 and the 1 and 2. As that battle for 3rd and 4th rage on. Here we go. The battle for the race lead. Hall's looking underneath the 52. The 52 in the high line. Hall on the inside. That inside. Oh, as we got a caution behind them. Caution behind them.
How are you doing, bud?
That's going to be the 11 of Howard. Excuse me. What happened to Howard? Oh, he just gets loose. Overcorrect. Oh, into Horton. Oh, the 76 does a good job. Oh, Chris Horton kept that nose truck clean all afternoon. Just gets caught up to it. And As we see the 49 of Chris bring that truck down. He's going to bring a few others with him. About half the field is going to follow. Oh, our race leader is in. Oh, interesting. Our race leader on the 52, Milton, will give that back to the 97. So it must have just been a two-tire stop for that 52 truck. He decided he just needs 4 freshies because that 97, not what people wanted to see is that 97 back out in front with fresh air. Those are the first laps that 97 has not led all afternoon. As we're going to get that restart with, it should be 60 to go around this 1 1/4 mile speedway. '97 of Parker Hall back out front. Hope your afternoon is going well. Evening if you're on the West Coast. Or East Coast. Afternoon, late afternoon here on the West Coast. Like I said, we'll get the restart with 60 more laps to go. Don't look now, but that 76 of James Jones is up to P4 right now. We'll see what he's got going as he narrowly avoided the 11 truck going around of Howard. As you see Chris Horton coming back out on track. So is Sean. We'll see what they can do. That was the first time, like I said, all afternoon that the 97, he's in that preferred spot. That inside lane has seemed to be where you want to be if you're a race leader on the restarts. Green is back in the air. The 33 spins the tires just a little bit. 97 gets a good run, and it's time to check out for the 97. As that battle for third is raging on, James Jones has it. He gets a little tight in the middle of 1 and 2, but makes it work. James Jones is in there. Ooh, what's happening back here? The 2 of Clunin is falling off the pace. Horton, with that damage, is going to go underneath him. Going to take over that spot. You saw the nose dip down on that 49 truck. This goes to show you how aggressive this truck is. We see 18 going for a little bit of a ride. Oh no, as Ristow's in the wall. Ristow's slow. He got loose just on his own off of 4 and tagged the inside wall. He is slow. He's got heavy damage on the left front fender of that truck. But we stay green as that battle for the race lead is on here with, 0.3 of a second in between them. As we see, Jones is falling off the pace. He got passed. Jones back down to 5th. He got passed by Ellis and Melton. While we were watching that replay, as we see the 11, holy guacamole, come from a football field back. Oh no, the 11 and 18 are going to get into it. And that's going to collect the 62 truck. Are we going to stay green? Yes, we're going to stay green momentarily, but oof. I don't know if that was just bad blood between the 18 and the 11. But I can tell you right now, tempers are starting to boil over here this afternoon with under 60 laps to go. We'll see if James Jones can get back around Melton and get that pony started, as they're 3 seconds behind that third place runner of Ellis. Ellis almost 2 seconds off the race lead. 2.5 between him and that second place runner. We will see what's going to go on here. Oh no, the 18's going to go around. Caution is out. He just gets loose. Oh, his night's going to be done for that 18 truck. Heavy, heavy damage. That truck is been beaten, battered all afternoon. You hate to see it, folks, but Turn Fleur has been Calamity Corner all afternoon. I just don't understand what it is about 4, but these truckers are just getting really loose off of 4. As I would assume that the 25 and 18 are both going to bring those heavily damaged Silverados down to the attention of their pit crew. Not what your race leader wanted to see. Another restart. One more time. We're going to get them behind the pace car. What a dominant performance it has been in the early, late, and closing stages here from the 97 truck. And the only other race leader, as we see the 33 drop down to pit road. Interesting. And you're going to have to make one more pit stop in this stage. You cannot make it on fuel. Interesting pit strategy. The front 4 stay out. We'll see what the 33. Looks like gas and go for the 52. Gas and go for the 33. Chris Horton is gas and go. Trying to flip the stage, just trying to do anything to get around our race leader. James Jones in that 76 Mardi Gras Reaper Studios Reaper Hunter racing truck. Back into third. He's going to start on the rear bumper of the 97. Let's see if the Rev can live up to his name and do something about it. We'll see if that Silverado can do anything with that dominant 97 Silverado. And don't look now, folks, but that 16 is clean as a whistle and back up to the second place. We'll see what he can do this afternoon on this restart here. As Sean Howard has called it a day in the 11 truck, he is 3 laps off the pace. Not the night he wanted to have. As lights are out on that pace car, 1 lap to go before we restart this race one more time this afternoon. It's been fun. We'll see what the closing laps can do here. We will see what these truckers can do to try to get around that dominant 97 truck. Like I said, he's had challengers all afternoon, and another new one on the outside row. Chris Ellis trying to get around the 97 on this restart. We'll see what he can do. They've been kind of playing games all afternoon with that restart zone. We'll see if they're played one more time. Ooh. Ooh, okay, a little bit of gamemanship happening between the front 2. As we're going to come to that restart zone. That 2's laying back heavily. Oh, the green is back in the air, and that 97 gets a whole shot again. That 2 truck laid back on that restart. Gets a run around James Jones for that 3rd spot. Now he's going to set his sights on the 16 of Ellis. As we got a battle between them, between the 18 and the 33 of Morales and Horton. Horton gets it. That truck now back clean and pretty, looking good. All four fenders straight and narrow. We'll see what he's going to do. He's going to drive angry, knowing Brenton, he's not happy with how this race has unfolded for him. He's going to have vengeance and grievances. As we see the 33 trying to look underneath. Can't make it stick, but he's going to send it into turn one. So does Horton on the outside. Horton trying to make that stick. Who's going to get it between the 18 and 33? The 18 gets it. Ooh, hits the wall. One more time and off of turn two. Has that battle. Yep, James Jones loses another spot to the 2 truck. We're going to see what's happening now up front. Back to the front, your race leader is at 97 as we see Morales still trying to get around Horton. That is the only battle on track at the moment as we see 33 of Morales diving in. Drifts up a little bit. Slight, maybe no contact, just gets a little loose. That's going to give the 18 the spot. Brenton keeps that 6th spot. Now the battle is going to be Rusto and Morales. And don't look now, but Chris Horton's back into the fray, battling for this 6th position. That 49 Reaper Hunter Racing truck coming back to the fray after getting caught up in one of the most recent cautions this afternoon. Beautiful Twisted T on board that 49 truck. We're going to see little loose is that 33 on that inside. That's gonna give the 25 the advantage. Turn 4 and turn 2 are the treacherous places to get very loose with these trucks. I've noticed all afternoon. As we're single file, there's your race leader. But Ellis has kept good pace thus far with the 97 truck. So we'll see. He's staying in touch. These two have pulled out almost a second between them as we see James Jones get really high into 3. Just searching for any grip in that 76 truck. We will see. Cluin kind of fell off in the ending of stage 2. Will we see that here at the end of stage 3? As Risto's just Ellis gets loose. I'm sorry, not Risto, but Ellis tries to make group. He's going to lose about 3 or 4 truck lengths with that slide off of 2. Gonna have to cool those tires off one more time. Regroup. As the field is just kind of logging laps at this point. We will see the top 3 have pulled away from your 4th position. Ellis with a huge dive into turn 1 and 2. Gets a good arc off of 2. Stays right with the 97. Normally the 97. Now the 97 pulls away with that advantage here. But that arcing line into 1 and 2 seems to be where you can make a position with it being a tire track. And this 3 and 4 is just pretty much a single file track here at Gateway. Ellis is still trying to make this interesting. This is about the closest battle we've had all afternoon for some time between the 97, out front. Oh, Ellis is putting the power down a little too much off of turn 2. This time by one more time. Like I said, you don't want to abuse these tires because you are going to have to make at least one more pit stop here in the final stage. As we're going to have 45 laps around. We will see. As Jones is opened up. Oh, there's a battle behind Jones here. This is for that 5th position between Melton, Horton, Bristow. And Nolan Albert Morales is joining the fight. 4 trucks battling for the 4th position. Single file right now. as Horton sends it on the back bumper of the 52, trying to get the run. Can't quite make it stick off of 2. He'll slot in behind the 52, loses a couple truck lanes down the backstretch as they're going to close in on that 4th place runner of James Jones. They're going to be Jones just high, searching for grip, searching for any type of advantage he can. That truck just not handling the way he wants it to all afternoon. That 18 truck of Brenton Horton gonna dive underneath the 52 Melton. No contact. Horton gives them that position. Melton putting now the pressure on as we see Risto underneath the inside of the 18. That's going to bring Morales into the picture. As we see in front of them, James Jones coming under fire from the 52 of Melton. Jones gets into the wall, bounces off of it, trying to just do anything he can to not lose any more track position this afternoon. 52 launches it hard. He's gonna slide up into 1 and 2. Jones also slides up. Jones is gonna lose that position. He's gonna hit the wall with significance off of turn 2. Oh, look now, but that checked up the 18. The 18 under fire from the 25 of Risto. Risto wants it. 18 drives in deep. Are we going to see 3 wide? Yes, we are. Momentarily 3 wide here at Gateway. 3 wide. Still, Jones actually gets the advantage on that high line. Oh, no, the 18 gets into the side of the 25. Risto loses that track position. He's going to lose a bunch of track position, as he's going to lose that position to Morales and Horton. Oh no, Jones into the wall one more time. That's going to check up the field. They're going to go around him. The 18's gone by. The 33's gone by. The 49 is down by as well. James Jones is more than likely going to bring that truck to the attention of his crew. He does it, buddy. Yeah, he's not happy with that truck. He needs some tires or something on that truck. Oh no, Chris Horton saves it. Holy guacamole. That's going to allow Risto to get a run into 1 and... Nope, Risto backs off. As it does look like these trucks are slowing for a caution. Nope, no caution. They just look like they were slowing up for a second there. My apologies, as we're still green flag racing. Risto trying to get around the 49 truck of Chris Horton. That is Brenton Horton's dad in that Twisted T. Horton Sr. looking good this afternoon. Brenton Horton back up to that 5th position, trying to track down the 52 of Melton. Melton trying to close that 2.5 second gap between him and the back bumper of the 16, as we see that 2 did finally get around the 16 one more time. I did not catch that as we were seeing that battle for the 6th, 7th, and 8th position. As once I said, our race leader has set sail one more time this afternoon as we got under 40 to go. That's right, folks. The race is coming down to a close very, very fast. We'll see if anybody has anything. Ellis just keeps sliding those tires off the corner of 2. James Jones is going to bring that truck in. He's 2 laps down. Might have called it an afternoon, so it's not worth it. This is the battle for the 2nd position. A second, almost 2 seconds off the race lead of these 2. This is about the time of the run where Cluin truck starts to fade again here in the closing stages. But they are starting to close that gap about a 10.5 that second. And as I say that, our race leader opens it back up. Now, if you're Cluin, what do you do? Because that 97 has just walked the dog this afternoon. 2 second is your gap between 1st and 2nd. as Ellis dives it down to pit road. Yep, like I said, pit stops are going to be starting to happen. We're going to see who can play the strategy. That's a new third place. Runner right there is the 52 of Chris Mountain. In front of him, that almost another second and a half up the road is the second place runner. The 97, how long can he stretch that fuel tank? We will see what is happening here. Alice still on pit road. Anybody else takers? Alice will go one lap down. We will see who now decides to play strategy call. Will this be a race-winning move from Ellis? If he timed it perfectly, the race leaders are still not pitting yet. As Morales comes under fire for that 6th spot from Chris Horton. Horton looking strong. As the other Horton trying to look to get underneath or around the 25 of U.S.O.R.A. As our race leader, that gap is fluctuating about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds depending on which end of the speedway you see. No takers from the first 4, 5, 6, 7 trucks. Stay out. The first 8 trucks stay out. Not time yet, they say. Cluin cuts that gap underneath 2 seconds in turns one, but loses it on the exit. No takers this time by. As we have 31 more circuits around. That gap is shrunk to underneath 1.5 seconds. Don't know if Parker is just trying to save fuel, but that gap is shrunk. Heavily shrunk. That's 3.5 tenths. The 2 has taken out that time into turn 1 and 2. The gap 1.3. Don't know if Parker's just trying to play field mileage, or if all of a sudden that truck he's not liking that truck. But that gap was over 2 seconds, now under 1.5 seconds. We'll see if that gap keeps closing in. As Brenton Horton dropped down to pit road that last time by. So these trucks, pit cycle is well underway. It's just who has the fuel as the 2 still closes in that gap. As it looks like Morales and U.S.O.R.A are on pit road. U.S.O.R.A, Morales, 1 lap down, sitting on pit road. If you're the top 5, oh boy, you really got to start watching that fuel gauge. Don't look now, but Melton has started to close in on the back bumper of Cluin. Now Cluin is starting to fall off the pace of your race leader. This is pretty reminiscent of the closing laps in stage 2 as well. That race leader is starting to pick up the pace. Maybe he saved just enough because he saw the gap closing. The battle for second between Cluin and Melton underway. There's only 5 trucks on the lead lap, having pitted early. But if you're these race leaders, how late? Oh, the 52 just sends it around the 2. It says, thank you. And that race lead is now back up to 2 seconds advantage after that kerfuffle in turn 3 and 4. That race lead is back up over 2 seconds and climbing one more time. We will see how long these race leaders can stay out. As we see the 2 trucks fading now after he got passed. But your gap between first and second, I don't know if the 2 is running out of fuel or what, but he is not doing well. He is off the pace heavily already, a second behind Melton. Maybe running out of fuel or running on fumes, just trying to play pit strategy. As our race leader, the 97, is on pit road. Now it's going to give the race lead over to Melton. How many more times around can Melton go? And now if you're the 97, where do you slot out? As the 97's got a long way to go to his pits. Will we see Melton come down this time by? As we see our race leader drop onto pit road. The 52's coming on. That's going to leave the 2 in control of this field. Will he get the 97 a lap down before the 97 gets going? I don't know. It's going to be close. There's the 97 coming off of pit road. The race leader. No, the 97. No, everybody. The 97 now just went one lap down. Oh, no, the 97 coming back down to pit road. My goodness gracious, what happened, folks? That was the dominant truck of this afternoon. My apologies, but the 97, the race has just been flipped. My goodness, as we got a battle for position right here between the 33 of Morales, the 18 of Horton, and the 25 of Risto. Holy cow, and there is the 52 making his way back onto the racing surface. He's one lap down in 4th. Now, if you're our race leaders, when do you come in? How much fuel do you have? As Parker Hall, unfortunately, had to come back down to pit road. That completely flipped this race on its lid, folks, and I assure you, oh no, he is still on pit road. This is going to be your race lead once pit stops have cycled through. As we see Horton going low, let Risto get that high line. As we see the 2 truck, our now race leader, hitting pit road. And like I said, folks, your new race leader when this goes by will be the 49 of Chris Horton. But Horton will have to pit. So will that 3rd place runner right now. As we see the 97 going back down, he's going to take a miracle to get him back onto pit road. As he came off of pit road. But this is going to be your battle as we see 3 wide behind them. Holy guacamole, why? The 97 driving with vengeance 2 laps down. He put it 3 wide on a battle for position. Ooh, I know those drivers involved in that are not going to be happy with that. It's like, dude, you are multiple laps down. We know that you were the fast truck all afternoon, but like you're not racing for track position at this point. And like I said, where is Chris Horton at? There's the 2. There's the 49 truck. That is our race leader right now. Has the 2, is going to go, gets a little loose behind the 49 truck. The 49 truck leading the first laps of the afternoon. Great to see Chris Horton in the lead, just even if it is for temporary, reasons for pit strategy. As the thrower fresh tires, you definitely see the advantage here in the corner. We'll see when Chris is going to bring that truck back down to the attention of his Twisted Tea team. Say that 10 times fast. Twisted Tea team. We will see behind him. There's your second place runner of Dylan. Still, him and Horton still out there on track with under 20 laps to go. Yo, my goodness. The 4 fresh tires are in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. But I think it's a little too late for Tyler Cluin to make any sort of gap here to make this battle for the lead happen. Just wondering when our race leader here. There's our 7th place runner, as I was talking about. He's got a long way ahead of him to go to catch up to Brenton in 6th. There is Brenton Horton right there in 6th, all by his lonesome, 2 seconds behind. Risto on the back bumper of the 33 and the 52. These 3 have been glued to each other's bumper all afternoon. We will see. As Horton clicks off another lap, he's going to stay out one more time. But I do think that both the 49 and the 63 both have to make one more final pit stop. I don't think they can make it. The question is, how long do they stay out? Oh no, as the 33 is a little twitchy. The 33 is going to lose that position to the 25 of Risto. Risto powers around. As you see that 97, now Skrilly. Don't know if he had a speeding penalty or not, but he is multiple laps down. That just goes to show you folks, the dominant car doesn't always win. Can Risto track down that 3rd position of Melton right now? Melton on the podium right now. Can Melton close the gap? Almost 20 seconds off the race lead. Can he make it? Wouldn't this be for something in this week to go 2 for 2 here in U.S.O.R.A? Once our race leaders do pit, if they can pit. Some 9 seconds between the 52 and this gentleman right here. But Milton has to make 19 seconds up the road. Is this gentleman right here. That is your race leader. That 49 truck with 11 laps to go. $12 laps to go. My apologies. Still out under pace. How close to the finish is this gonna be? This is one of the trucks that flipped the stage under the last caution flag we had. Oh no, as we see Horton blink a little bit, or that might just be my PC getting a little warm. Everybody just disappeared. There they go. They reappeared. That was my apologies for that one, folks. The background vehicles and scenery were moving, but no car showed up on track. So hopefully that was just a minor glitch. As finally now our race leader is going to bring that 49 with under 10 to go. Our race leader will pit. That is going to leave the number 2, or the number 63 of Peter Dillon as your race leader. But the question that is, does Melton have enough time? Does Peter have enough, as that lead gap is closing drastically, folks? It might be 2 for 2 this week for that 52 of Melton. He won earlier this week in the U.S.O.R.A Cup Series at Daytona to kick off the season. We'll see if he can make it 2 for 2 here in the Cup and Truck Series this week, as he has now chopped that lead in one lap in half. As our race leader on the pit road, your new race leader is that 52 truck, and ladies and gentlemen, this driver has a very good chance of winning this afternoon unless we have a caution come out. 2.5 seconds is your race lead advantage from that number 2 of the 25 of Risto. Risto has a good chunk between him and Morales. Morales is in P3. We'll see that gap kind of fluctuating at 2.2, 2.3. We'll see with under 10 laps to go. With 7 laps remaining. Risto trying his damnedest to get up there and battle for the race lead, but it might be a little too late. That race lead about 2.5 seconds. Another 2.25 seconds back from Risto is Morales. Another 3 seconds behind him is that 4th place runner of Cluin. And another 3 seconds behind him is that 5th place runner of Brenton Horton. Chris Horton, I thought, could stretch it if he wanted to, but just a few laps short. He needed a caution. That 97 was your dominant truck all afternoon, but apparently he had a major penalty where he lost 2 laps under that pit stop cycle. Your most dominant truck is 2 laps down, sitting in 8th. That is Parker Hall. This is going to be a story, and this man right here, if he can make it around 5 more times, this time by making it a clean sweep for the U.S.O.R.A Racing League. Man, this just makes me wish I would have beaten him earlier this week at Daytona. But what a drive for this gentleman in that 52 MKMS Ram. Just pulling away 3.28 seconds off a second place front bumper. Four times around this 1.25 mile beautiful facility we call Gateway Speedway. The track is clean ahead of this man right here. We're going to stay on board because there's no real battle going on here for a position at the moment. As second, third, and fourth all have 2-second gaps in between each other. This man right now, he's counting the laps down, looking at his lead, going, please no caution, please no caution. As Peter Dillon's in front of him, but I don't think he's going to catch him. With 3 circuits left, that lead is still right around 3.5 seconds. Christopher Melton leading the way here at Gateway, as he's going to come around to complete 3 and 4 with 2 laps remaining. Lap traffic doesn't look like it's going to play into effect this afternoon for the finish of this race this afternoon. 2 more circuits around. 2.5 more miles of racing. Melton's just praying and hoping it stays green. That 52 coming off of turn 4. We'll see the white flag in the hand of the starter. The flag he wants to see. Even if there was a caution, he's going to win it because the white flag, one more time, 1.25 miles around for the 52 of Christopher Melton. Melton taking it easy through 1 and 2, rolling the middle. Yeah, it's a good rundown. Just going to sit there, run around. He could put that baby in neutral and coast from here. And coming off of turn 4 for the final time, he's going to go back-to-back here in the U.S.O.R.A Racing League. Earlier this week at Daytona, he's going to claim victory now in the trucks. 2 for 2 this week for the man who drives the 52 MKMS Ram. And in second will be David Risto. In third is going to be Isaac Morales. And in fourth is going to be Tyler Cluden. And coming in fifth is going to be Brenton Horton. In 6 will be Chris Horton, his dad right behind his son in 6, and the 63, after all the carnage and pit strategy, will finish on the lead lap in 7th. Your 8th place finisher is Parker Hall. 2 laps down, Chris Ellis, not the race he wanted to, is 3 laps down, and 41 laps down, James Jones. In 11th is Howard, and your tail end of your field is going to be Christopher Lindsay. As this man went 2 for 2, folks, in the U.S.O.R.A Racing League. He barely edged me out in Daytona, but man, he put on one heck of a performance this afternoon here at Gateway. What a way to seal the deal. He wanted it. I talked to him earlier. He wanted this victory bad. We're going to see if we can pull in. Does not look like I see any of our top 3 for an interview at this point. What a way to wrap up that Truck Series race this afternoon from Gateway. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Justin Wilkes. I am a proud broadcaster here with the U.S.O.R.A Racing League and Reaper Hunters Studios. It's been another fun one to call. Buckle up, sit tight,